Hello, everyone. How you guys doing today? I am Ryan J. McCrary, President and CEO of the McCrary Financial School. The McCrary Financial School is an online financial literacy institution designed to teach financial literacy to the African American community because we need it the most, but we get it the least. So today I just want to talk about how to develop a successful exit strategy to exit the corporate plantation or your 9 to 5 job or your place of employment that you are not happy at, or you just would rather be doing something else, doing something that you're passionate about, doing something where you can truly be your own boss and run your own business, or just doing something where you can truly have an impact on the world and impact your community. So if you're like me, I worked in corporate America for about 5, 6 years. I've seen all the ills that go on in corporate America. I've seen what people do to rise up the corporate ladder. And when I was about 28 years old, I felt something knocking on my subconscious saying, look, Ryan, you have a deeper purpose in life. You have a deeper purpose to truly impact your community and truly make a difference in the world. And my place of employment wasn't cutting it. Yeah, I had a good corporate job. Yeah, I learned a lot of information about the stock market and investing and everything in the financial markets. But at the same time, I was not impacting my community. And ever since I was little, I always had a passion to help my community and be truly and highly successful. When you're on that corporate job, when you're on, that 9 to 5 job, usually someone else can control your destiny. Someone else can, tell you if you can get that position, if you can get that raise, if you can be quote unquote successful. That never sat right with me. That never sat right with me. I always had big dreams, always wanted to do my own thing, always wanted to make my own impact on the world. And I always had a clear vision on what I wanted to do in life and not, go by what a manager or, a team leader or a senior staff member had in store for me or what they thought would be a good path to success. No, I can create my own success and you can create your own success as well. So I developed now 5 tips to develop an exit strategy from your 9 to 5 job or your place of employment, or if you just want to take a leap of faith and go into and do something that you're truly passionate about, something that you will wake up every day and do for free and find a way to get paid for it, and doing something to truly have an impact on the world, because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's truly being great. I don't want to be mediocre. I don't want to be average. I'm not content. I don't care if I had $10 million. I'm not content. I want to be truly, truly highly successful. I want to truly make a difference in the world. And I want to truly impact the community and leave a legacy for generations, generations, generations to come. So the first tip I'm going to give you is, number one, just know your numbers. Know exactly how much it costs to live each month. Now, this goes back to what I teach in my financial literacy courses, having an emergency fund, having that savings. This is why this is vital. This is crucial. 70% of all Americans have $1,000 or less in savings. 70% of all Americans. 34% of all Americans have no savings at all. No savings at all. So are you in that 70%? Or are you in that 34%? Or are you above that and you have money in savings, you have money investing, and you're planning for the future? Do you have that emergency fund? So the first thing, again, is just knowing your numbers. So knowing the bare minimum. If God forbid you lost your job today or you walked out, your boss makes you mad, how much would it cost each month to live? Whether that's the rent or the mortgage, the car note, the student loan payments, the kids, daycare, gas, water, electric, all utilities, cable, cut the cable off. If you got to cut the cable off, cut the cable off. All you need is internet nowadays anyway. Or, food or groceries, tally up exactly how much it costs each month to live. That is the first thing you want to do. You want to know your numbers because you don't want to walk off on a job. You don't want to take that leap of faith and you think you had enough money saved up. You think, that unemployment check will be enough, or you think you had enough in retirement or investing to live, but you didn't calculate correctly. The rent goes up every year, or, the gas prices increase, or the daycare now gets increased, or you have unexpected expenses. Your car breaks down, or the water heater in your house breaks, or I could go on and on about many different expenses that come up. So you need to be prepared. So the number one thing is just knowing your numbers, knowing exactly how much it will be to live if you do step out, you take that leap of faith, and you truly tap into the greatness that you truly have inside yourself. Number two is just knowing your passion, knowing what you're passionate about. I talk to people all the time that, go out and even do step out, but then when they do step out, they never really thought about what they truly wanted to do. They had good ideas. They read a quote and got inspired. They read a book and got inspired. But once they get out and then they even start doing something, it's not truly what they're passionate about. So know what you're truly passionate about, because here's the secret. Once you know that, and once you know that for sure, and you do step out, everything else is cake. You know your numbers, you know how much bare minimum it would be to live. Now everything is cake because you're doing what you truly love to do. So even if it does get hard, even if you can't make the car payment and the car gets repossessed, or whatever the case may be, you know that you're doing something you're truly passionate about. And psychologically, you're in a different space because you don't have to worry about, what if I call out? What if I'm late? What if I want to take off? What if I don't feel like working today? Every day, you're building your own schedule. You're doing something what you're passionate about. So it will push you in a different space mentally. Number three, start building while you're still working. Start building that business. Start building that dream. Start building that company while you're still working for full time. Why? Number one, you still have steady income coming in. So, as I know, of course, building a business is very, very expensive. Building a business takes a lot of capital, a lot of investing, a lot of learning that is not free. A lot of training courses you're going to have to pay, a lot of consultants you're going to have to pay, a lot of money you're going to have to put up into advertisement, a lot of money you're going to put into product development, a lot of money you're going to spend just to get things into market, just to get the product or service into the marketplace, just to build the website, just to have software, just to have CRM. I can go on many, many different things on the capital you're going to need for a business. So if you still have that steady income coming in, that's a great resource to use to build a business. Another thing you want to do, you want to kind of wean yourself off of the job or the situation, whatever the case may be. Why do you do that? Because you don't want to just step out and now you have all this time, you don't have the steady money coming in, but you don't exactly know what you're doing and you didn't build anything. So it's like, going out and jumping in the water without a life raft, without a boat, and trying to build a boat in the middle of the ocean when you could have built a boat when you were still on the land. So when you got in the water, you already had your life raft, you already had your boat built prior to jumping in. Number four, pay down your debt. Pay down your debt now while you still have that steady income coming in. So if you still got the student loans that you got a little bit more to pay on that, because you don't want to get behind. Revenue in the business gets slow. Now you're tacking on more debt. Now you can't pay off the debt. Now you're delinquent, whatever the case may be, high interest rates. Pay off that debt now. That car note, pay off that car now. So when you step off into your own business, now you don't have that car note anymore. You still may have the car, but you don't have the car note because you paid down that debt. Pay off the credit card debt. So when you step off to your job and you're trying to build the business, you're not beholden to those monthly credit card bills and those high interest rates again. Also with number four, you can cut down your expenses. Cut down your expenses. Find out what it is just to live, within your means. Not, the extra expensive like the cable. If you can't afford the cable, cut it off. Just get internet. Cable bills could be $100, $200, $250, having multiple boxes in the house, when you can just, be almost just as efficient with just having internet. Netflix and all the things you can watch on YouTube and all the other streaming platforms and stuff like that, you may just only need internet. You're going to be building your business anyway, so you shouldn't be watching just TV all day. You should be online, learning, reading, building the business. So that's number four. And number five, lastly, just take that leap. Take that leap of faith. Go out and do it. Go out and do it. If you're like me, If you feel that something knocking on your subconscious, if every day you're at work, you're just thinking about, what else I could be doing with my time? What other amazing things I could bring to the world, but you're still apprehensive, you're still scared, go out and do it. Go out and do it. Plan your exit strategy, of course. But if you plan the exit strategy and you never do it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So go out and do it because you have no idea what things you can achieve. You have no idea what great things you can achieve. You have no idea what type of circles you can be in. You have no idea what type of extra money you can make. You can make 10 times more money than working that job if you got your mind right. If you have your mind right. So I'm going to give you actually a bonus one, number 6, for planning your exit strategy from the corporate plantation or your 9 to 5 job or your place of employment that you're just not happy with. Get around other people that left the 9 to 5 corporate world and were successful, because there are thousands, probably millions, a lot of people out here that went through the same thing as you, walked that same path, and seen that light at the end of the tunnel and seen success, leaving what they thought would be, hard, difficult, damn near impossible, but they found a way to do it. So get around those people because they are out here. I'm telling you, they out here, whether it's online, whether it's offline, whether it's networking events, whether it's other public figures or social media influencers. That's a lot what helped me because I got around other people that left their 9 to 5 or their corporate job because they weren't happy, and they went and wanted to do this entrepreneur thing, wanted to leap out and be their own boss and have high dreams. And then they got out there and they seen it was very, very hard, a lot harder than they thought, but they found a way. They found a way. And the ones that want to give back, they want to tell you, listen, I went through hell for 10 years. Instead of you going through hell for 10 years, read my book that'll save you the extra 10 years, or take my course, or have a session with me, or get in my Facebook group, or whatever the case may be. There are thousands and thousands of resources out here, but you got to take action. At the end of the day, you can develop a strategy, you can read all the books, you can even start the business. But if you don't go out there and actually do it, if you don't go out there and actually chase your dreams and you fulfill them, it doesn't matter. So I hope this was helpful. So that's the 5, that actually bonus one. So you got 6 ways to develop an exit strategy from the corporate plantation or from your corporate job or your 9 to 5 or your place of employment where you're not happy. Now you have a blueprint on how to develop a strategy, because you got to develop a strategy. You got to develop a strategy if you realistically want to leave. If you just want to talk about it and have hot dreams and get inspired, okay. But if you want to realistically do it and say, listen, in 2, 3, 5, 10 years, I know for a fact I'm not going to be at this company. So if you say, okay, in 5 years from now, which 5 years is not that long, 5 years goes by like that. Think about 5 years ago where you were in your life and how 5 years ago just seemed like it was yesterday, right? So think 5 years from now, where do you want to be in life? Do you realistically not want to be at that company? Do you realistically want to be your own boss and have your own business? So 5 years from now, you answered yes to that question. So what are you doing right now to plan for 5 years in advance? Are you knowing your numbers now? Are you cutting your expenses now? Are you paying off your debt now? Are you building the business now? Are you getting around other people that already walked that path now? You got to do it now, and you got to take action. So I hope that was helpful. For more information, you can sign up at any one of my courses at themccraryfinancialschool.com. That's themccraryfinancialschool.com, and just go out and do it. Go out and do it. If you feel that voice in your head telling you to do it, go out and do it and achieve true greatness.